The People's Global Republic.
And now to Brian to see when the PGR interview will start.
Now!
What position do you hold in the Chinese government?
I'm representative from People's Global Republic.
Okay. What do you plan to do for China in the future?
I plan to unite all the countries of the world in one cohesive unit, in a peaceful unit.
How do you plan to do that?
I plan to do that by establishing peaceful relations with all these countries and to establish a socialist democracy that will hopefully provide benefits for everybody in the world.
And how will that benefit the people, especially the people within your own country?
It will give the peasants and the working class and the poor people and women, it will give them all more opportunities and it will raise their status in society, and their standard of living will also increase.
So, what position do you hold in the Chinese government?
Well, I'm a representative, just like my colleague, for the People's Global Republic, or PGR for short.
So, what progress have you made in unifying mostly the Eastern Hemisphere?
Well, in the Eastern Hemisphere, in Asia and Europe, we have already unified Russia, China, India, and the Middle East into our government. We are growing relations with Western Europe. We have already established relations with Eastern Europe, and pretty soon we'll move on to North America, South America, Africa, and Oceania.
How do you plan to unify those continents?
Well, with our growing population, that by incorporating these other countries, we will move over into these countries and let them know how much of a better decision it would be to just join us.
Pollution has decreased, and you've addressed the matter of shrinking resources. How do you plan on continuing this forward progress?
Well, the technology is just phenomenal. We are going away from coal and oil and fossil fuels. We are moving towards hydropower. We are moving towards renewable energy and solar energy. It is just great. So resources are fine. Pollution going down because of the resources.
Okay, thank you.
Nice to meet you.
After years of war and many casualties, the other resisting countries finally gave in to the PGR. Now, guess what? World domination is here. Peace has finally come along, and the PGR has now incorporated the whole world into its government.
What position do you hold in the government?
Well, I'm the leader of the PGR, People's Global Republic.
And what is next for the People's Global Republic?
Well, now that we've unified the world, our goal is mainly to make it a better place for everybody and improve all of the standards of living for every class of people.
And how have the world's problems been addressed?
Well, many of the world's problems, such as pollution and global warming, and even human trafficking and drugs problems, we've practically eliminated most of them.
And how have the people in the area formerly known as China influenced the People's Global Republic?
Well, the people of China, at least where they used to be, they were really the ones who started this whole movement, and without them, we'd have never accomplished anything.
Okay, thank you.
And now to Brian.
To see how people feel about the reforms.
They feel good!
And now to Jordan.
For a more personal side of the story.
second question, please?
Sure.
How do you feel about the People's Global Republic's reforms?
I am very happy with the new government's reforms in our country. It is a very positive thing to hear our esteemed leader talking about the change that needs to happen and this great unification of the world.
Okay, thank you.
Can we help you?
Hello. Okay, how do you feel about the People's Global Republic's reforms?
I think they're pretty good. I love their social standpoint.
Yeah, they've really improved
The standard of living.
and opportunities for women. It's really been nice.
And the working class.
Yeah.
I'm glad.
Yes.
Thank you, Americans. Thank you.
No problem.
We are the exception.